This is Animania. It adds a ton of animals into Minecraft, mainly farm animals, but there is also an add-on for cats and dogs. So what you have here is the base mod, you have the cats and dogs add-on, extra animals, and then the farm animals add-on. To start with, we're going to be going through the farm animals, but I will be going through all animals in this tutorial today. First up is going to be pigs. So the thing about Animania is you need to keep your animals happy. If they're not happy, they will not produce produce for you, and they will not breed. So animals actually come in male and female variants, and like I said, need certain things to be happy. So let's take pigs as our first example. There's 6 different breeds of pigs. There's the Duroc pig, which looks like this. You can find them in jungles. There's a Hampshire pig, which is this spotted one, although I think it's also covered in mud at the moment, found in... oh, no, sorry, it's this one. This is the Hampshire pig, found in mountain regions. There's the large black pig, found in swamps and dense forests. The large white pig, which is this one, although it's covered in mud, found in forests as well. And then an old spot, which is the spotted pig, found in forests, and then a Yorkshire pig replaces vanilla pigs, and that is found in plains biomes. As you can see here, they love to roll in mud. How do we get mud? Well, it's just some dirt and some water. Pigs will not be happy without mud to roll in. They also like a little pond to be able to dive into and clean themselves off, which I do not have here. But that does bring me on to my other object, which is a trough. You can fill troughs with water, and you can also use hoppers or pipes from other mods to fill these troughs as well. Some animals do also have a favourite food. A pig's favourite food is slop. You can right-click with a bucket of slop or any other food to add this in here. But they will also eat carrots, beets, potatoes as well, and can graze on tall grass. Slop is made with some any type of milk and some vegetables as shown here. You don't have to feed them their favourite food, but the happier an animal is, the more they are going to produce for you. For example, happy pigs are going to give you raw prime pork. When you eat roast prime pork, you get absorption 1 for 2.5 minutes, and it's much better than normal pork, as you can see here. If you're wondering how the animals breed in Animania, then, well, as long as they're happy and there's a male or female, they will fall in love and babies will pop out. Because they are a mammal, they will incubate the baby, so they'll be pregnant, and this can take about 1 Minecraft day for the baby to then be born. All Animania adult pigs can be ridden. You just need to make sure they've been fed and watered, and you right-click them with a carrot and a stick. So if I right-click this pig here, I can now ride it. And I can also right-click again to actually speed it up, and then you shift to get off. Now, another thing about pigs is, if we put a lead on one of them, we can walk them around. And if you have them on a lead and you go into a forest, they will actually find truffles when you're wandering in the forest. And they should also be hungry. So actually don't feed them before you go in. Truffles can make some good foods, but do be patient, as apparently it can take a while to happen. So they'll just sort of pop out the truffles out the ground. Truffles can be edible on their own or made into truffle soup, truffle omelette, and a super omelette as well, which you can make from roast prime bacon, also from pigs, and chocolate truffles, which gives you speed boost 4, for example. So truffles are found by wandering around the forest with a hungry, leashed pig. For pigs to sleep, you can make some straw, which is literally just some wheat in a crafting grid, or a carving knife, which you use to carve meats and cheeses. So you use the raw prime pork to make raw prime bacon, for example, and the same is going to be with cheese and steak when we come to look at those animals. Just right-click the pig again to unleash it, by the way. Oh, one last thing about pigs. If they have been hurt by a predator or something, you can make these salt licks with loads of salt and a bucket of water, and they will lick the salt. They have 200 juices, and then they'll disintegrate. 200 juices before they go, and that will actually heal the pig by 1 heart every time they lick the salt. To make the salt, you literally put water, or that's actually milk, you put water into a cheese mould, as shown here, created by letting water evaporate in a cheese mould. So just make some cheese moulds and place them down, put water in there, and it'll evaporate eventually into salt. Before we get any further, I want to let you know that I'm partnering up with G-Portal here to give you 10% off your first month with them. They do all sorts of Minecraft servers, whether you want modded, Spigot, Sponge, anything you want. And you can swap out not just Minecraft, but any game on your server at the click of a button with GameCloud. Meaning the possibilities are endless. Again, check out the link in the description so you can get some money off with code Javier. Animania adds a lot of cows into Minecraft, including these terrifying mushroom cows. So how do they work? What breeds do we have? Where do we find them? Well, the first one we have is the Angus beef cow, this big blue one here. You can find these in jungles, mesas, and swamps. This patchy looking cow here is the Hereford beef cow, found in mountain biomes. And FYI, these do come in bull and cow variants. The bulls have nose rings, and that's how you know, and they obviously have big horns, whereas the cows do not. This diseased looking cow is the Texas Longhorn beef, and you can find it in savannas. This milk cow here is a Holstein cow found in forests. And then lastly, we have the Frisian cow here, found in wastelands and swamps. Oh, and of course the mushroom ones, which are found in, well, mushroom areas. So, how do we feed the cows? What do they like? They will eat wheat from troughs, and they will also eat grass, flowers, and some vegetables. So you do need to make sure you're protecting your farms from the cows, have them away from it. They will drink water from fresh lakes, rivers, ponds that you've made yourself, water troughs or water buckets as well, and the bulls, so the male variants, will attack if provoked. They will only breed when they are fed, watered and happy. They will also only give milk when happy and after giving birth, and will become thirsty again after providing milk. So it's very realistic as to how cows would work in real life in the wild. Some adult cows drop prime meats, which is the beef ones that I mentioned earlier, and they can spawn as families in the wild. Their favourite food is going to be wheat. Chickens in Animania are fairly complex. There are rooster and chicken variants. As you can see here, all of my chickens have pretty much escaped over this fence, so do be careful when getting them. There's the leghorn chicken, and because the spawn eggs go as chicks, I'm going to show you with the roosters. So the leghorn looks like this. These are going to replace your vanilla chickens, and you can find them in plains biomes. Leghorn chickens will lay eggs the fastest out of all chickens, and they will lay them in nests. Nests are made with some leaves, a piece of wool and a stick. Nests are used by hens because they need a place to lay their eggs. You can use hoppers and things like that. They will also drop feathers periodically, as shown here. Then we have the Orpington hen and rooster, as shown here. These are found in jungles and swamps. These are actually going to drop the best chicken meat, which is raw prime chicken. You can then cook this up to get haste 1 for 2.5 minutes. There's the Plymouth Rock hens and roosters found in mountains, the Rhode Islands found in forests, and the Wyandotte found in forests as well. The Wyandotte will lay brown eggs. So these eggs here, whereas you'll get the basic eggs from all of the other ones. So they like pecking the ground, looking for extra food, as you can see here. Roosters will crow early in the morning, right after dawn, and they can drink from troughs, freshwater lakes, rivers, or from water buckets. They, however, unlike cows and pigs, do not consume a full water box or bucket. So just having some water down here is going to be absolutely fine for them. So how do we breed them? Well, it's a bit different to the other animals, where you see the male and female and keep them happy. When they lay the eggs in the nests, you can obviously gather them up with hoppers or by hand, but you can also just leave them, and the rooster will actually turn them into baby chicks. So the rooster will go along and then actually fertilise those eggs. They will also eat frogs and toads found in the wild, and will often spawn as families, just like cows will do as well. What we can also do for them to eat, to feed them, is just get some basic Minecraft seeds, and we can right-click them on the ground like this and scatter them for the chickens to eat. Horses in Animania work a bit differently to the other animals in Animania. These are draft horses. They come in 6 different colours, and they are actually not meant to replace vanilla horses, unlike some of the other animals in Animania, which are actually there to replace the vanilla versions. So these are meant to be work horses. One thing you can do, let's get a draft horse. Let's get a stallione, because there are mares and stallions in here. Now, if you want to ride the horses, you must equip a saddle. Just a normal Minecraft saddle will do. Looks pretty cool, don't you think? And then we must make sure they're watered, so you can just use a water bucket on them, or they could drink from a trough, as always. And then we need to feed them. So wheat, apples, and carrots are the food that horses like. So I get onto my horse, and then I can ride it as shown. Now, there's also carts here, which are really interesting. You place the cart by right-clicking it, and then we can just right-click it and attach it to us with an empty hand. And I can, as you see, run around with my cart here. Now, if you can also jump into the cart if you want. Now, what you can do is lead it with a horse. So we can mount the horse and then go up to the cart. Sorry, wrong way round. Right-click the cart and then get on to the horse, and it's basically you pulling the cart, but you're on a horseback, as you can see here. So that's how you do that. You can also right-click a chest into here, and then you can shift-click to actually access a chest. There you go. I've just right-clicked the chest in there, and then I should sneak right-click it, but it keeps clicking on the horse. There we go. So a horse cart, you can now access the chest in it. Just be careful if it is attached to the horse, because it can be a bit difficult to get into the chest, as you just saw there in the tutorial. Pigs can also pull carts, but they're a little bit less controlled, so I wouldn't really recommend it. One other thing we have in the Animania mod is the riding crop. Use on well-fed draft horses to ride while riding, hold down to increase speed. So if I get onto the horse here, I can actually right-click with my riding crop, and it will speed up the horse. So again, horses will eat grass, flowers, apples, and some vegetables, which is wheat, apples, and carrots. They will eat wheat from troughs. They will drink water from lakes, rivers, man-made ponds, water troughs, and buckets by hand, as I showed you before. They can all be ridden, but to be able to be ridden, they must be fed, watered, and have a saddle equipped on them. You can shift right-click them to add on horse armor and the saddle, just like you can with normal horses as well. And they will often spawn as families in the wild. And remember, in Animania, there is only one version of horses, which is a draft horse, and they do not replace normal vanilla Minecraft horses. Regarding the actual families that spawn, stallions and foals will try and stay near the mother horse, which is the mare, when possible. And as I said, they will spawn sometimes as families. If you're wondering where to find the horses, they can be found in plains, savannas, and mesas. Sheep in Animania are quite an interesting breed, or, well, selection of breeds. We have the Dorper ram and ewe. So there are ewes and rams, obviously male and female, and obviously lambs, the little babies. We have the Dorset ewe, we have the Frisian ewe, we have the Merino ewe, the Jacob ewe, and the Suffolk ewe. So where do we find them? So the Dorper, which is this one here, is found in savanna and plains. The Dorset is in hills and plains, which is this beige-looking one. This Frisian ewe is in plains. The Merino one is found in plains and dry biomes. The Jacob, which almost looks more like a goat in my opinion, is found in forests. And the Suffolk is found in mesa and savanna. So they can graze for wheat, grass, flowers, and some crops, which is wheat, carrots, and beetroot, or beets. They will eat from troughs as well, so animal troughs fill them. Their favourite food is wheat, carrot, and beets. If you can, I would fill the troughs with that. And they can also drink water from lakes and man-made ponds, water troughs, or water buckets from hand. Now, the interesting thing about the adult sheep is you can shear them for wools. And what we'll see here is that there's different wools for different sheep. There's the Dorset brown wool, there's the Frisian wool, there's a Frisian brown, there's a Jacob wool, there's a Merino wool in white and brown, and also a Suffolk brown wool as well. So multiple colours, multiple different wools. Now, one interesting thing about the rams is they will actually sometimes spar with each other for a short period of time, which isn't really an issue, and ewes can also provide milk, which you can then make sheep cheese with. Simply milk the ewe and then put it in a cheese mould to get the sheep cheese. They will only breed with each other, which they will do automatically, when fed and watered. And again, they will passively do this from troughs and things like that. They will often spawn as families in the wild, and some sheep will actually drop mutton, which can be made into roast prime mutton, giving you instant health, and honestly, quite a lot of food and saturation. As well as sheep in Animania, there is also goats that are added, and there's quite a few of them. First up, we have the Alpine. These are bucks. These are the male versions. These are found in mountains and hills. Angora goats can be found in plains biomes, as can fainting ones. Now, with the fainting ones, if you sprint up to them, they will actually faint, as you can see here. But it doesn't hurt them. It's just funny, I guess. Now, the thing about bucks as well is that they will occasionally spar with each other for a short period of time, just like they do in the wild. That's with all bucks, by the way. There's the Kiko buck, which can be found in mountains and hills as well. The Kinder buck, so not just bucks, but male and female, but will be found in savanna and mesas. That's the Kinder, savanna and mesas. Nigerian dwarves will be found in the desert. And pygmy goats will be found in savanna and mesa areas. So what do they like to eat? Well, they will graze from wheat, grass, flowers, beetroot, apple, even string and sticks as well are their favourite foods too. So wheat, carrot, beets, apple, string, sticks, grass and flowers. So they probably have the widest variety of food that they'll eat in all of Animania, and you can feed them from a trough, and they will drink water from all sources, man-made, otherwise, or by hand in bucket. The Angora goat can be sheared for wool, just like sheep, however the other goats cannot be. And they will also provide milk, goat milk, which you can then make into goat cheese here, and that's only going to be the females, of course, after breeding. Goats will also then only breed when they're happy, so keep them watered and fed. Interestingly, the bucks and the kids will also generally stay near the does, which are the mothers, and will spawn as families in the wild. They will actually drop chevron meat. You've got roast chevron, which gives you resistance for 30 seconds, and roast prime chevron, which will give you resistance 2 for 1 minute. And that is everything you need to know about goats in Animania. If you have the Animania Extra Animals mod installed with your Animania, then you will get ferrets. They come in 2 different colours, a white and a grey ferret. They don't do quite as much as the main animals will, but we can tame them. So the way we can tame them is with eggs, as you can see here, and also raw mutton that they like. So I could just right-click it and we see love hearts, and now the ferret likes me. Now, speaking of love hearts, no, ferrets cannot breed. So that is unfortunate. We can right-click them to make them sit, and we can right-click them to make them stay as well. I can also shift right-click, and as you can see there, the ferret will ride on my shoulder. And I can shift right-click again to put the ferret down. They will drink water from rivers, ponds and lakes, or by water bucket by hand. And you must watch out with your chicken nests, as they may actually try and steal the eggs, because remember, it's their favourite food. If this happens, the hens and the roosters may end up fighting back, so do make sure to separate your ferrets and your chickens away from each other. And that is all we have to do with ferrets. Oh, one other thing, they may also eat frogs and toads in the wild, just like chickens do. Another small critter that you can get in Animania are hedgehogs. They come in both the normal variant and the albino variant here. As you can see, both very cute. Oh, hello, Mr. Ferret. And can be tamed with their favourite foods. What is a hedgehog's favourite food? Eggs, carrots, and beets. So I'm going to use some eggs to tame this little one here. And there we go. I have tamed it just by feeding it the egg. They can sit and also stay when you right-click them, just like ferrets will. And can also ride on your shoulder, just like ferrets, as seen right here. Unfortunately, I don't think you can have both. Wouldn't it be cool if we could have, like, one on each shoulder? That'd be so cool. They also eat frogs in the wild. They will steal eggs from chicken nests. and they can dig up carrots, beets, and potatoes from farms as well, but you cannot breed them. So they're very, very, very similar to ferrets. In fact, everything that I've just told you about hedgehogs is basically the same for ferrets, except ferrets cannot dig up vegetables in your farms. One thing to note, by the way, is where can you find them? I realised I forgot to actually tell you about ferrets. Ferrets are in savannas and hedgehogs are in forests. But next up is hamsters. So hamsters come in a variety of different colours. And it really is just like one spawn egg. So I guess it's kind of just like see what you get. As you can see here, loads of different coloured hamsters. They can be tamed, again, with... it's actually called hamster food. And it's free seeds like this, and that's their favourite food. Who would have guessed that hamster food is the hamster's favourite food? That's how you tame them. Again, you can right-click them and have them sit and stay and all of this rubbish. And then there's also hamster balls. Use on a tamed hamster to put them in the ball. So whichever one I think it was this one that I tamed. Yeah, there you go. Oh my God, I love it. And it'll roll around in the ball like that. And obviously there's loads of different balls you can make. And a little hamster wheel as well, that your hamster can go in. Now, the really cool thing about the hamster wheel is that you can actually power items with RF with it. So what you want to do is tame a hamster and then shift right click to put it on your shoulder like you would a ferret and a hedgehog. And then you right click on the hamster wheel and it'll go into the hamster wheel. And then it'll actually generate power for you, which is insane. We can also add, I thought you could add food to the wheel, but maybe not. And then I can shift right click and it tells me how much energy is stored. Oh no, I have put the hamster food in there, you just can't see it. And it's compatible with, most power sources from other mods. Next up we have peahens. There's a white peahen. I keep turning around. The India blue peahen, the purple peahen, the taupe peahen, peach peahen, charcoal peahen, and opal peahen. They basically work like chickens in the fact that you can throw down some seeds, and they will eat them. They'll lay eggs in nests. They're pretty much the same as chickens. Their favourite food is seeds as well. They will eat frogs and toads. They can drink from lakes, etc. And again, you can scatter seeds on the ground by right-clicking seeds on the ground, and they will eat them just as chickens will. There is also frogs and toads in the Animania Extra Animals. Oh, they've just... Oh yeah, because don't forget the ferrets will actually eat the toads. So do be careful of that. As you can see here, the ferret is chasing after the toad and is trying to kill it. So they are found in swamps and rivers. I'm so sorry, did I tell you where peahens are found? Peahens are found in jungles and swamps. Peafowl and peahens, they're called. And the amphibians, oh my God, I can't speak. There's frogs, dart frogs, and toads. They have no favourite foods. They're generally afraid of players and will run away as they are now. You can make poison arrows by right-clicking a poison arrow on a dart frog or an arrow on a dart frog. And they are at the bottom of the food chain. So just as a recall, chickens, ferrets, peacocks and peahens and hedgehogs and chickens, which I already said, will all eat frogs and toads in the wild. And they will drop, as you can see here, some yummy... frog's legs here, which you can cook up to get jump boost free for an entire minute. And then the dart frog come in different colours, red, yellow and blue, as you can see here. And that's all of the all kind of critters, etc. that are added in the Extra Animals add-on for Animania. Next up we have peahens. There's a white peahen. I keep turning around. The India blue peahen, the purple peahen, taupe peahen, peach peahen, charcoal peahen, and opal peahen. They basically work like chickens in the fact that you can throw down some seeds, and they will eat them. They'll lay eggs in nests. They're pretty much the same as chickens. Their favourite food is seeds as well. They will eat frogs and toads. They can drink from lakes, etc. And again, you can scatter seeds on the ground by right-clicking seeds on the ground, and they will eat them just as chickens will. There is also frogs and toads in the Animania Extra Animals. Oh, they've just... Oh, yeah, because don't forget the ferrets will actually eat the toads. So do be careful of that. As you can see here, the ferret is chasing after the toad and is trying to kill it. So they are found in swamps and rivers. I'm so sorry, did I tell you where peahens are found? Peahens are found in jungles and swamps. Peafowl and peahens, they're called. And the amphibians, oh my god, I can't speak. There's frogs, dart frogs, and toads. They have no favourite foods. They're generally afraid of players and will run away as they are now. You can make poison arrows by right-clicking a poison arrow on a dart frog or an arrow on a dart frog. And they are at the bottom of the food chain. So just as a recall, chickens, ferrets, peacocks, and peahens, and hedgehogs, and chickens, which I already said, will all eat frogs and toads in the wild. And they will drop, as you can see here, some yummy frog's legs here, which you can cook up to get jump boost free for an entire minute. And then the dart frog come in different colours, red, yellow, and blue, as you can see here. And that's all of the kind of critters, etc., that are added in the Extra Animals add-on for Animania. I hope you did enjoy the video. Click that subscribe button if you did, and of course leave a thumbs up. If you're looking for other mod guides, I do a hell of a lot on this channel. My actual goal on this channel is to complete every major mod in the entirety of Minecraft for Forge, Fabric, etc. If you look at my channel, I have a tech mod shelf, a magic mod shelf, a utility and standalone mod shelf, so ones that aren't in playlists. I also have now mod pack guides as a shelf. So at the moment, I am live streaming through RLcraft, and you can get that, of course, on my lives. I live every Wednesday and Saturday, and you can always see when the next scheduled stream is. And I play through the mod pack, and then I will also do separate guides on that mod pack. So if you are looking for specific mod packs, or you just want to come along and ask me some questions or hang out, you can also do that there. Do also just use the search bar if you are looking for a specific mod. And if you'd like to play with me, the mod pack that I do live stream, I do from our Patreon server, which of course you can join down below, which would massively support the channel, but also gets you access to things like that.